Right, let's go through the rest of it here, what we've got here. Go on to Boxrec, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. If you're doubting anything that I say, go on to Boxrec, right? I can't get on Boxrec at the moment because my IP address at both computers, it won't have it, so there's something happening behind the scenes. But if anybody wants to set a Boxrec account up and give me your password, feel free to do that, and I'll let you come as a guest on July 5th to Dennis's show. First person who sends me an email with a password to Boxrec, there you go, you can come as my guest ringside and go to after party July 5th, Ponsford. Tommy Frank in an IBF title fight, Josh Whale in an IBF title fight. July 5th, Ponsford. There you go. Little bit of a exclusive for you there. First person send me a Boxrec password on an email, you can come as my guest. Alright. The other 9 tickets that I've already given them away. So now Errol Spence is my world number 1 in my opinion, pound for pound. Errol Spence number 1, Usyk number 2, Crawford number 3, Loma number 4 and Canelo number 5. Yeah, I know Canelo's beat more world champions than all the others, and that's what I usually base things on, but I think that Canelo lost the first fight against Triple G. I think a lot of Canelo's fights are hand-picked to get fighters at the right time. I think Lomachenko's probably up there with Usyk for technical ability, but Lomachenko's got a defeat on his record. Pound for pound number 1s in my opinion shouldn't have defeats. Errol Spence is undefeated, he's got a massive KO ratio. Usyk's undefeated, he's got a massive KO ratio as well, and he won every belt at cruiserweight. It's between Usyk and Spence, but I'm going to go Errol Spence. The welterweight division's a glamour division. The cruiserweight division is not as glamorous as welter, so Errol Spence number 1, Usyk number 2, Crawford number 3, Lomachenko number 4 and Canelo number 5. That's my top 5. Which brings me to looking at the WBA rankings. I want to know how Josh Kelly is number 7 and he's knocked back a fight with David Ivanisi and he's IBF number 7 and he's a European champion as well. Why has Josh Kelly knocked that fight back? And why is Josh Kelly digging out Carl Froch? Just because he said that he can't punch and that. It's just an opinion, get over it. Now Adrian Broner's ranked number 8 in the world with the WBA. And he's a 4-weight world champion, Adrian Broner. 4-weight world champion. Now, he's ranked number 8. Conor Benn's ranked number 6. And he's the WBA Intercontinental European or something, isn't he? Or whatever it is. He's ranked number 6. He hasn't got a British title win to his name. Josh Kelly's not got a British title win to his name. He's number 7. But 4-weight world champion in Broner's ranked number 8. Are you confused? Because I am. Confusing, isn't it? I think we've gone through all that. We've done that one there. Have we done that one? No, we haven't done that one yet. The helmets one. We'll do that. We'll do that on 30th helmets. Which brings me to Abel Sanchez. Is that Abel Sanchez? Abel Sanchez. Abel Sanchez and Triple G have parted company. Why is that? I don't know, but I've heard Robert Garcia coming out with stuff and Eddie Hearn and Freddie Roach. You know, Robert Garcia were coming out with something like it's bad and the trainer's not going to be able to get his cut of the £100 million DAZN bounty. Yeah, I understand all that, but if a fighter wants to leave a trainer, he's going to leave him, innit? This is why we have contracts in place, but boxing contracts are not worth paper they're written on. But as far as I'm concerned, if Triple G wants to leave him, he can leave him. But why do they blame the trainer? But when you look at Triple G's record, who has he really beat? Who has Triple G beat? Well, I'm going to show you now. I'm going to show you what a myth the Triple G myth is. Now, Gennady Golovkin. Right, I'm going to go through this with you, the fans now. This is just, I can't go on to Boxrec, so I've got to go through the Wikipedia thing. So we go to the bottom of Wikipedia. Triple G is 37 years of age now, right? He's 37-year-old. He's a World Championship gold and he's a Olympic silver, right? So he's a top amateur, yeah? 34, 1-1 he is. Now, it should be really 36-0, but 34, 1-1. You're not going to get a decision against Canelo. You're not going to get a decision against Canelo. That's just how things are. It's if you go to points against Canelo in America, you've not got a chance. Ask Kovalev about that. Now, going through his record, it's let's have a look. Let's see how many world champions or former world champions he's beat. Kasim Ouma won, and he was a light middleweight champion, and he'd had quite a few defeats as well.
No, it's a Donny. Not a Donny.
I mean, none. 1. Daniel Gill 2. Asomanu Adamo 3. David Lemieux 4. Daniel Jacobs 5. Is that it? Is Vanes Martirosyan? No, he's not one. He's not one. So it looks like he's beat 5 world. Oh, Kell Brook. Kell Brook. He beat Kell Brook as well, didn't he? Kell Brook 6. So Golovkin's beat 6 world champions, right? Bernard Hopkins had 20 defences, didn't he? He beat 9. So Bernard Hopkins is the greatest middleweight. Marvin Hagler beat 7. He's the second greatest middleweight. I put Golovkin joint 3rd with Carlos Monza. But they're my top 4. And the other middleweight who you put in there would probably be... I'd like to put Billy Joe Saunders, but his career really has been could do better if tried. He's that good. I don't know what you put there. Would you put Sugar Ray Robinson? I'd say you were better at welterweight, but they're my top 4. It's always open for debate, isn't it, really, I suppose, things like this, but he's only beat 6 world champions. That's all, 6. But when you look at Ray Leonard, only beat 7, but he didn't beat 7 in one division, did he, like Hagler? His divisions were spread over a few divisions, weren't they, Ray Leonard's? But Golovkin, a lot of his fighters were... Well, look at the run he went on here with all these world title fights. From when he won world title, right? Julio Tapia, Kasim Ouma, Lajuan Simon, Mikoto Fuchigami, Gregory Proxy, Gabriel Rosado, Nubaro Ashida, Matthew Macklin Curtis, Stevens, Osumano Adame, Daniel Gill, Marco Antonio Rubio, Martin Murray, Willie Monroe. These are all C class. David Lemieux, B class. Well, he won a world champion though eventually, won it. David Lemieux. Dominic Wade, he was no great shakes, wasn't he? He's been ranked as high as 3rd with IBF. We want a world champion. Kell Brook won a welterweight champion. Daniel Jacobs, I thought Jacobs beat him. But they got their own back with Canelo with the draw, didn't they? And Vanis Maris, whatever, he's only challenged, he's never won it, and he never won world title. Canelo Alvarez, he lost that one, then his second one, although I had him winning it. And he's fighting a guy from Canada called Steve Rolls next. Fucking hell. You know, Golovkin's career is piss ball, isn't it? Piss ball. Go on there and look at Golovkin's record on Boxrec and tell me what you think to it before you start going on about getting a Golovkin, getting a Golovkin. His record's piss poor. Piss poor. He did all them title defences. Come on. Talking to me. You know what I mean? But that's my opinion of it anyway. I just think it's piss poor. But it is what it is, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up to Macklin. Let's have a look. 10, 11, 12, 13 Rubio, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20 wins on trot. Did he have 20 title wins or something? I don't know, have a look. Oh. Let me call you back in 20 minutes because I'm just filming. Thank you. Can't let you know that one. I get on. Right, so Golovkin, in my opinion, he's just piss poor. For him to get an £100 million, £100 million deal off DAZN, he's dropped on, hasn't he? Now he's left Abel Sanchez, right? As far as I'm concerned, he's probably going to cash out now and just pay his brother to train him and somebody else and put him on a set wage. He'll be thinking, why should he give Abel Sanchez 10 million of that? But Abel Sanchez, he treated him like a son, and there would have been times where they had a close relationship. But soon as the big bucks got on board, fighters showing the true colours yet again, innit? So, and I'm all for fighters, but I kind of feel for Abel Sanchez, because if he'd have beat Canelo in them 2 fights, would Golovkin have still sacked him? Probably would have done, because they've been through all that when he were knocking everybody out. Everybody's best friend. As soon as things don't go your own way, boom. He's had a draw, and then he's had a loss, and all of a sudden they look for people to blame. First you're angry, then you're upset, boom. Then you play the blame game, and that's what he's done. Now, I thought it were in bad taste, to be honest, for Michelle Phelps to be going out to interview Abel Sanchez and putting her spoke in it. You know, it's like going and getting an exclusive with him but rubbing his nose in it. Why would you do that? Do you know what I mean? Michelle Phelps, right, this is how I look at it. When Billy Joe Saunders were at Sheffield at the Ingle gym, Michelle Joy Phelps virtually were living up there. She was there all the time, because I seen her car outside Jim, I seen her car outside Kid Galahad's, where he lives, because it's not far from here. And Glyn Road's gym and Dennis Hobson's gym are within, you know, a couple of miles of that gym, right? Now, Michelle Joy Phelps didn't go to Dennis Hobson's gym, and he had Commonwealth champions there at the time. Or Glyn Road's gym, he had Commonwealth champions, and his lads were fighting on shows, and it's a big amateur setup up there all the time. I'm going to be going up there today at 3 o'clock. Michelle Joy Phelps didn't go to them gyms once, not once. Now Billy Joe has left the Ingle gym. She's been up there for the gossip about why he's left and been talking Dominic Ingle, and she's disappeared now. Nobody sees her up there now. She's no cause to be up there. Why not? Galahad's fighting, get up there and see Galahad. But why don't you go to the other gyms in the area? Because what Michelle Joy Phelps does, she goes where the views are, and that's the difference between me and them. I'll go all the way down to London to see Jimmy Tibbs for a video that'll probably take 2 months to get 1,000 views on, right? That's the difference between me and them, innit? But it's a shame, innit? But no doubt Michelle Joy Phelps will be back in area, won't she, soon? Well, Josh Wales left Steffi Bull. Why ain't she sniffing around for a bit of information there? Why don't you want to come and see Steffi Bull? Steffi, Josh Wales left you. He's gone to Dennis and Porky's. Why don't you want to go speak to? Why don't you want to go speak to them? Why ain't she out at Steffi Bull's, Jimmy? Or why ain't she going to see Dennis because we signed Josh Wales? Why ain't she doing that? Because we don't do the views, do we? We don't do massive views like Abel Sanchez and Billy Joe Saunders. I watched all Michelle Joy Phelps' top videos last night, and I looked at all the dates and that, and she has a group of about 15 people that she goes to, and it's the same 15 people all the time. But in boxing there's more than just 15 people, isn't there? Sometimes you have to put the yardage in to grow people. Like, we don't do this for money because there's no money in it, we do ads. But we do this because we want to get fighters out there. That's why I started this. If you go look at my first ever video, go to the very beginning, press your filters, and go and look at my first video, the day we signed Asim Nasser. And I went and bought this camera out of my own pocket to give them to give the Nasser brothers some PR. And that's what I'm going to do this week. I'm going to film Tommy and Frank. I'm going to film Josh Whale and give them some PR. Because nobody's going to see Tommy Frank or Josh Whale, the Coogan Cassius or Rob Tebbert, the man of the moment, Rob Tebbert, or Michelle Phelps. Do they go and see Josh Whale? They never went to see him when he was British champion. Do they go and see Tommy Frank? He's a Commonwealth champion, and they're building up a fight with him and Sonny Edwards. I don't see anybody going to see these boys. I see Coogan sniffing around Sonny Edwards, but he lives down that way, doesn't he? But Coogan, if you're watching, and I know you will be, because people will send you this clip, come up and see these lads up here, Coogan. It's not all about what happens down there, you know. Because I can assure you, right, when you lot come up to EIS to see Anthony Joshua, you don't drive 1 mile up into Winkerbank, do you? Or up into Sheffield to see any of our lads, do you? You want to stay down there at that gym with Joshua because they do the views, don't they? But Joshua's just stuck it to everybody lately with his YouTube channel, so good luck to him. Why should he give everybody else money to earn off his back? Because all these people are the leechers. They are the leechers. It's leech behaviour. Give some of these kids who are turning pro, these amateur kids, go and give them some PR. Get them out there. They are the future, these next generation. So it needs to be shared out. I think we've done that bit there. Robert Garcia, we've mentioned about Robert Garcia, haven't we? Usyk, Triple G, Golovkin, B2B, Bivol, etc. All popular now. GGG led the invasion. What I mean by that is, Gennady Golovkin, nobody wanted to know him years ago, did they? Because he was from Russia. But he had a silver medal. But he led the Russian Revolution coming over to America. You've got Golovkin, Kovalev, Beterbiev, Usyk, 4 guys there, Bivol, and I'm not sure if that Gassiev, is he one? I'm not sure about that. But you've got 5 or 6 guys there from Europe. I'm not sure if Gassiev is European now. I'd have to check that. Yeah, Russian. He is Russian, isn't he? Yeah, I thought he might have been Kazakhstan or something. But Murat Gassiev, he's 26-1 with 19 KOs. He was a 2-year IBF champion, and in unit with and yeah, WBA as well. So you know you've got Gassiev. I wonder how many more there is. Gassiev, Usyk, Golovkin, Kovalev, Beterbiev and Bivol. You've got 6 guys there, right? And everybody wants to sign them. Now Eddie Hearn's got Triple G with Dazone, Annie, and Bivol. That's 2. Has he got B2B, even Usyk? Eddie Hearn's got 4 of them. I don't think he's got Kovalev or Gassiev. But it's all looking good, isn't it, for Eddie Hearn behind the scenes? But I think I've mentioned about Freddie Roach, haven't I? Slagging off Amir Khan, saying he should retire. Let me tell you this, right? If old Freddie Roach, old brown bread Fred, if Amir Khan decided he wanted to go back to Freddie Roach, I'm telling you now, Freddie Roach would be wheeled out in front of cameras and he'd say Amir's still got something left in tank. I am telling you now, they are proper whores. But what's Freddie Roach doing with Scott Quigg? What's happening to him? Let's have a look at Scott Quigg, see what he's got lined up. Scott Quigg. Scott Quigg, 35 and 2, age 30, 5'8", featherweight. Now, Scott Quigg's a featherweight and he's ranked number 10. Started his career as a child doing Muay Thai. Let's have a look. Has he got out planned? He hasn't got a fight planned at the moment. His last fight was over 6 months ago and he hasn't got a fight planned. So where is Scott Quigg going at the moment? Where is he going? He's Scott Quigg's 35, 2 and 2. So he retained his WBA regular belt with a draw, but he won it outside the ring. So are you confused? Because I am. And he ended up a 2-year world champion. Now good luck to him, but I think Scott Quigg's seen better days now and he's got a lot of miles on clock. But Scott Quigg is a good fight for Josh Whale, if you ask me. I think that's a good fight down the line. You never know, do you? You never know what Dennis has got up his sleeve. But when I tell you who Josh Whale's going to be fighting on July the 5th, there's going to be a few surprises, because trust me, the dice is being rolled. So if anybody wants to go see Josh Whale fight on July 5th, I suggest you get in touch with Josh Whale at JBoyOutlaw on Twitter. Get in touch with Josh Whale and they'll be able to sort it out with some tickets for you. Because Josh Whale is going to be in a proper fight on July the 5th. He's not messing about. Tommy Frank's going to be in a fight as well, because it's time to roll the dice with these kids, isn't it? We can't sit on here and go on about people not fighting people or navigating the way through against so and so and so and so. Trust me, Josh Whale's going to be in a right fight on July 5th. But which brings me to Eddie Hearn going on about Bob Arum and away fighters losing on his shows, blah de blah. It'd be interesting, right? Eddie Hearn were going on about other day about fighters, right? In an interview with Mario Lopez, 65-minute interview, he was going on about all the guys that were winning on Bob Arum's show. All the home fighters were winning all the time on Bob Arum's shows. Fair enough, I can understand that, because it's Bob Arum's show. But you know the show that Eddie Hearn's just put on, right, at the O2 with David Allen and Brown as an headline, oh my god. Well, every single one of them home fighters won on Eddie Hearn's show, every single one of them. And on the show before, I think every single one except one won, is that right? If you go onto Boxrec, right, go onto Boxrec and you'll click on Dave Allen, right, and then go over to the right hand side, click on event. And then it comes up and you see the results. And this is how you should always put an accumulator on every single fight at the book is. But if you think that one of them you're just not sure, take that out and that's how you get your accumulator money. Alright? That's how I bought that. Not that Merc I've got now, that other E-Class that I had. Now that's how you do it. If there's a 50-50, for example, I had 4 Bellew wins that Bellew had. I lost every single one of them betting against Bellew, and he was the last fight on the night. Cleverly, Flores, who was the other one? Macabu. I think there were another one as well. David A. 2 David A ones. No, I don't think I did the Flores one. The 2 David A ones I bet against him, didn't I? Macabu and the Cleverly ones. That's 4 I lost. And each one would have been about 2 grand between 8. He's cost me about 8 grand, Bellew, in winnings and 400 quid from stakes. So that's what you get with your accumulators. There's always one that lets you down, and it's usually always the last one. But last Eddie Hearn show, all own fighters won, so he can't have a go at Bob Arum, can he? So as regards the interview we did at the end, they were going on about things that happen in boxing. And go and watch the Eddie Hearn interview with Mario Lopez in America the other day. And Eddie Hearn, in the end of it, he said in no uncertain terms, he was going on about the boxing industry, and he said it's like kill or be killed. You know how he is in business. Oh my God, Eddie Hearn, kill or be killed. Fucking hell. Gee, who was he trying to kid him? Who was he trying to kid? 66 minutes on the Mario Lopez show on YouTube. Nothing like making yourself a star, is there, Eddie? Hey? A young Miller out to dry, didn't he, on that 1 hour 5 minutes and a few seconds it was actually, just under 66 minutes. He hung Miller out to dry, but he's just had 2-time cheat Lucas Brown headlining, and he's got Dillian White, who got done for drugs, didn't he? He's headlining a pay-per-view. He's had Kid Galahad on his shows, James Toney, Enzo Maccarinelli. These have all been done for drugs. Right, he tried to sign Tyson Fury. He's been done, hasn't he? Took a 2-year backdated ban. He was done for cocaine. He failed coke tests. You know, and he tried to sign him. So he can't have a go at Jarrell Miller, can he? You know what I mean? It's only because he's got his back against wall matching Joshua now, because whoever he matches Joshua against now is going to get hammered, isn't he? Because they're only going to have 5 weeks to prepare. So, another thing as well, Eddie said he does 60 shows a year. Go on to Boxrec, put Eddie Hearn Boxrec, go into it, and it'll tell you how many shows he's done up to last April. Count it, and it's not 60 shows. I'm not going to tell you how many it is, but go and have a look. I guarantee you it's not 60 shows. I bet it's not 40. 20 from Sky, but has he done another 40 shows elsewhere? I don't think so. So, our fighters fallen into 3 categories regarding the profiles. 1, I'm suffering from mental health. 2, I'm from the streets. I used to be involved with drugs. I would have led a life of crime. And or 3, I've done it the hard way. I was dragged up. That's it. Are they? You know, I was never given nothing. Are these the fighters' stories that we'll all hear? Because that's every fighter, innit? All fighters are from wrong side of tracks, aren't they? How many fighters make it that are wrapped in cotton wool? How many fighters? How many fighters are from good backgrounds who are fetched up with money? They don't want to be fighters, do they? Fighters want to fight because they can have a fight on the street because they've got note. That's why they end up fighting in ring. But I think it's just a bit of a cliche. And those fighters that don't have it hard, they tend to turn it as if they have had it hard, don't they? That's what I tend to find. But it is what it is, isn't it? But so peace out. Keep on trucking. Keep supporting boxing. Cheers to Bullseye for the pack of magic trees. Thank you very much, and peace out. Keep on trucking. and don't put up with any